The Confederation of North and Central America and Caribbean Football, better known as Concacaf, is one of the 6 confederations belonging to FIFA and is made up of 35 national associations that are members of World Football's governing body, and they are competing for place at the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. Concacaf is the 4th largest confederation on the planet behind Africa, Europe, and Asia, and just ahead of South America and Oceania. The region's 2 giants are Mexico and the United States, and they are CONCACAF's best representatives. The system of qualifying gives the CONCACAF region 3 spots in the World Cup, with the possibility of a 4th coming in a playoff against the best team in Oceania. This is a change from the last qualifying cycle, when the 4th CONCACAF team faced the 5th place CONMEBOL team. That was the case as Costa Rica had the opportunity to go to their 4th World Cup when they faced Uruguay in a dramatic 2-act playoff. However, the first act went to the Celestes after their 1-0 win at Ricardo Saprissa Stadium, as Diego Lugano's goal began to extinguish the dreams of Los Ticos. The second act in Montevideo saw the home team increase their advantage thanks to Sebastián Abreu. Tico midfielder Walter Centeno equalized 4 minutes later to heighten the suspense, but nothing changed after that, and the 1-1 final gave Uruguay the 2-1 aggregate as the South Americans advanced to South Africa.
Integrated Sports and Traffic Sports USA present CONCACAF World Cup qualifying action. Don't miss the excitement when Belize battles Guatemala live on pay-per-view Tuesday, September 6th. This is a critical game on the road to Brazil 2014. Belize, Guatemala in a CONCACAF World Cup qualifier Tuesday, September 6th, live on pay-per-view. To order this CONCACAF World Cup qualifier, contact your pay-per-view provider.
The road to Brazil 2014 is divided into 4 stages for the CONCACAF region. The FIFA rankings have determined that some teams can bypass the early stages and enter the competition when there are less teams participating. The teams ranked between 7th and 25th enter the second round. The best 6 teams, according to the FIFA rankings, enter directly into the 3rd stage. The objective of every team is to qualify for the hexagonal final stage, where teams can finally book passage to football's greatest event. CONCACAF members are divided into 3 zones. North America, known as the North American Football Union, consists of Canada, United States, and Mexico. The last 2 teams are the biggest contenders and candidates to consistently book their places in the World Cup. The Union of Central American Football, UNCAF, is comprised of 7 members: Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Panama. Finally, the Caribbean Zone. It is made up of 30 nations, amongst them Cuba, Haiti, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago, the only 4 Caribbean nations to have qualified for the World Cup, joining Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and the Bahamas.
Integrated Sports and Traffic Sports USA present CONCACAF World Cup qualifying action. The Cayman Islands takes on El Salvador live on pay-per-view Tuesday, September 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern. This is a critical game on the road to Brazil 2014. The Cayman Islands, El Salvador, in a CONCACAF World Cup qualifier Tuesday, September 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern, live on pay-per-view. To order this CONCACAF World Cup qualifier, contact your pay-per-view provider.
One of the more memorable matches in the last qualifying stage was at the Estadio Pedro Marrero in Havana. Cuba would take the lead over Guatemala courtesy of this penalty kick by Jaime Colomé. Guatemala would settle down. It would take until the 80th minute for Marco Papa to equalize. The ex-Municipal Chicago fireman able to equalize, but in the 90th minute, cross into the area, and Alian Urgeles would make it 2-1. Cuba would get the win in the 3rd round of Group 1. Another memorable match was between Honduras and the U.S. in San Pedro Sula. Here is Julio Cesar Rambo de Leon taking the free kick and giving Los Catrachos the early lead. That would be short-lived as Connor Casey, player from Dover, New Hampshire, with his back and everything, equalizing for the U.S. He would also be the man that would give the U.S. the lead. Nice pass by Landon Donovan. And Connor Casey would make it 2-1 for the U.S. Donovan would then make it 3-1. Pretty much assure him of a win, but things would get interesting as Rambo de Leon would make it 2-3, but it wouldn't be enough.
Integrated Sports and Traffic Sports USA present Concacaf World Cup qualifying action. Don't miss the excitement when Belize battles Guatemala live on pay-per-view Tuesday, September 6th. This is a critical game on the road to Brazil 2014. Belize, Guatemala in a Concacaf World Cup qualifier Tuesday, September 6th, live on pay-per-view. To order this Concacaf World Cup qualifier, contact your pay-per-view provider.
Looking ahead to Brazil 2014 and knowing that Mexico and the United States, the champion and runners-up of the CONCACAF Gold Cup, are the teams to beat. Honduras are in the second tier. While taking into account the FIFA rankings, there are other teams to keep an eye on. Costa Rica, after an inconsistent run in the Copa America and after the firing of coach Ricardo Lavolpe, Los Ticos are looking to return to the top, led by the talents of young stars like Joel Campbell. Jamaica is the defending Caribbean champions and want to qualify for the World Cup like they did for France 1998. The Reggae Boys look to make a big noise in going for their second World Cup appearance. And lastly, Panama. The Red Tide, coached by Julio Deli Valdez, finished third in the Central American Cup, defeating El Salvador in penalties, and finished on the podium behind Costa Rica and Honduras. Of the 35 teams affiliated with FIFA, the 10 lowest ranked teams faced off in the first round. And here are the results. Belize defeated Montserrat 5-2 on the road and 3-1 at home. The Dominican Republic eliminated Anguilla by a 6-0 aggregate. In the duel of the Virgin Islands, the U.S. defeated the British by a 4-1 total. St. Lucia overcame Aruba via penalties. And the Bahamas routed the Turks and Caicos by a 10-0 aggregate score line. In the second stage of qualifying, 19 teams joined the 5 first-round winners to form 6 groups. Group A features El Salvador, Suriname, Cayman Islands, and the Dominican Republic. Group B, the Soca Warriors of Trinidad and Tobago with Guyana, Barbados, and Bermuda. Group C features Panama, Dominica, and Nicaragua, as the Bahamas withdrew from the tournament and have not been replaced. Group D, the Maple Leafs of Canada, with St. Kitts and Nevis, Puerto Rico, and St. Lucia. In Group E, Grenada, Los Chapines of Guatemala, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Belize. And in Group F, Les Grenadiers of Haiti, Antigua and Barbuda, Curacao, and the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Integrated Sports and Traffic Sports USA present CONCACAF World Cup qualifying action. The Cayman Islands takes on El Salvador live on pay-per-view Tuesday, September 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern. This is a critical game on the road to Brazil 2014. The Cayman Islands, El Salvador, in a CONCACAF World Cup qualifier Tuesday, September 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern, live on pay-per-view. To order this CONCACAF World Cup qualifier, contact your pay-per-view provider.
Matches will take place between September 2nd through November 15th, and it's all or nothing. Only the group winners will advance to the third round of qualifying, where awaiting for them are the best 6 teams in CONCACAF according to the FIFA rankings. For the third round, it's Group A, featuring the United States, Jamaica, and 2 more qualifiers. Same for Group B, where Mexico and Costa Rica will await 2 teams. And Group C features Honduras and Cuba, and 2 more participants. Only the top 2 from each group in the third round will advance to the hexagonal final stage and begin to write the last lines of the long road to Brazil 2014. 35 nations, 35 teams, 35 dreams. Only 3 will qualify directly to the World Cup. Nobody wants to surrender. Everyone is looking for glory, and all the teams know that nothing is easy in World Cup qualifying from CONCACAF.